Baltimore. Has been raining nonstop. Good day to get work done. Good day to get inside work done. Okay, so I am streaming. Hi. Hey, Kate. Hey, Katie did. Katie did 53969. Welcome in. Hello, hello. If I ever call you out, know it's always friendly. We love when new viewers pop in. And we want you guys to feel welcome. I just heard myself. So I'm going to share myself out here. I am muted on my desktop. We have a lot to talk about because today is the first day of the new seller spotlight, which is monthly. Hello, a for sale in Michigan. A for sale in Michigan. I think that's how I say it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Welcome in. Hello. All right, so we are going to share this out. New seller spotlight kicks off tonight. This is going to be in all caps, guys. Join the founders chat now. We also have some news for our subscribers, which is really exciting. And I've been announcing it, but I will be formally sharing a flyer today for reminder information. Hi, Pam. Hi, Pamela. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. Well, first of all, it is December. What is today? Is it the 11th, guys? My goodness. It's the 11th. It is December 11th. Hi, Pamela. And Hanukkah and Christmas, I believe, start on the same day this year, if not very close. So that means that we have, why can't I do my math? Like about 13, 14 days until the holidays begin. So let me know in the comments if you guys feel ready, or if you're already like taking off work, if you're already like, you know what, I am just slacking from here on out. Those of us that are resellers, this is like prime time. So there's no slacking. We keep selling, we keep showing up. And then our downtime traditionally is January. So that is like the slowest resale month of the year. I also think July is pretty slow, June and July, because people are they're spending their money on like vacations and not so much material possessions. So anyway, guys, we're going to wait until we hit about 10 people, and I'm going to see if I'm live on Facebook. We'll also do a quick shout out in the comments. Here's who is selling for our new seller spotlight plus founders chat. Okay. So those of you that were not aware, there was a district update yesterday. Now, they don't give us a heads up when this is coming. I think they just push changes live, and it's quite random. So you may or may not have seen that notification on your iPhone app. If you did not, I would suggest going to the Apple Store and looking up district buy sell. And then from there, it will tell you when the app comes up, it will tell you if you need to update the app or not. If you need assistance with that, don't hesitate commenting in any of our chat boxes. It's just for the iPhone app. I don't believe for the Android app, which is just for live selling. It's not for shopping or listing at this moment. But that is really exciting because, of course, when there's updates to the app, that means the app is getting better. But it did create a little bit of confusion yesterday because I think with some sellers, if they hadn't updated before going live, they weren't able to see comments, which was pretty sad and very discouraging. So I want to shout out to Kristen of Keenly Kristen. She went live before updating her app, and poor Kristen, she didn't think anyone was on her live sale, but we were all there. I was commenting at least. So again, guys, make sure that you always update your app when it asks you to update it, just so that things don't go awry when you're actually using the district app. You can always use desktop. Desktop does not require updates. Desktop just has automatic updates because it's not a software on your phone. And you can always shop live or shop the marketplace by visiting vintagejewelryaddicts.com. That is our website for the community. And that is what we use to promote when we are, creating better customer relationships and attracting new customers to the platform. So those of us who want to promote Jewelry Addicts, all you have to do is say, hey, visit vintagejewelryaddicts.com. That can be on phone or desktop. If it's on phone, if it is an iPhone, it actually will, I believe, trigger the iPhone Apple Store to open to download the app, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, guys, we have about 8 live viewers. So I'm going to get us started. I have some coffee. I'm a coffee addict. This is my 4th coffee. Let me know in the comments if you're here, if you've had coffee today. But we had another amazing train yesterday. I will always be just so in awe of our train organizers and leaders for so professionally and efficiently creating these train schedules. If you are a seller and you want to be a part of our Tuesday trains, they happen every Tuesday. There is a chat and you just have to jump into the chat. It's open to you if you are a approved live seller. It's called the Live Seller Train Discussion Chat. And all you have to do is just hop in there and say, hey, I'd like to be involved. This is a very inclusive, train group. So it's not like you have to be a subscriber to be a member of our train. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning. I'm so excited about my purchase from you last night. I meant to DM you. I'm giving it to my 6-year-old niece so that she can put little trinkets in it. I think she's going to love it. I'm going to tell her it's magical. She's going to totally believe me because it is magical. It's from Gypsy Warrior Artist Healer Dealer. So it is naturally magical, but I'm really excited. I saw that pop up during your live sale and I was like, my niece Maud has to have this. So anyway, guys, we were just chatting about yesterday's train, of which Debbie was a seller. And so anyone can participate in these trains. I'm pretty sure that the train is taking a break just because of the holidays. Naturally, people are buying a lot of things on Amazon for the holidays and, buying extra food and things of that nature. So we don't want to necessarily flood Vintage Jewelry Addicts with live sales, while the customer base is focused elsewhere, but I'm sure it will pick up either at the end of the year or the beginning of the year. But I will double check the chat just to see if there's any new trains coming up. But again, every Tuesday, guys, there is a train that you guys can partake in, and Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, you can sell at any time. Those are the pop-up live days for anyone who's an approved live seller, and it's just the weekends that are reserved for our subscribers, which is only $5 a month to participate with the Friday, Saturday, Sunday live sales. And I'm going to get to a quick update about that momentarily, which I will be putting on a flyer to make it very clear. I've been speaking about this, but it is coming up pretty quickly. So yes, I will announce that update pretty soon. Thank you so much. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. Speaking of live sellers from the train yesterday, I want to give a shout out. She's not on the live right now, I don't think, but Sarah of Who Knew Mercantile. So Sarah creates ornaments and she can put like a name, a last name, an anniversary date, and a photo on these ornaments. And they're almost like ceramic pottery ornaments. They're circles. And all she needs is for you to email her the photo in high res so that she can use it and so that it's not pixelated on the actual ornament. So she'll take your purchase here on Vintage Jewelry Addicts, and then she just needs you to email her that so that it's transferred, because over this platform, it's going to be pixelated. So I'm going to purchase from Sarah ornaments for my mom of her grandchildren. And then I'm going to create an ornament with me and my niece, because my niece is like my daughter right now, because I do not have children, so that she and I have an ornament. And then I'm going to make an ornament for my husband and my wedding anniversary, which we were married in September. So I'm going to flood Sarah with orders. I highly suggest that you message her. She's taking orders until the 17th, and then she goes out of town. I told her no rush. I don't need to have them by Christmas. So, but I just think that's so cool. That's another thing that anyone who is a maker in the categories that we support, which we don't support all categories of making, but for example, if you make upcycled jewelry art pieces, if you make jewelry, if you, I'm trying to think of other things that you might be a maker of that relates to being a vintage jewelry addict. But long story short, you can take orders. You can make customized, you can make a listing and then take a customized order. So I do, encourage you guys to promote that, because I was listening to her live sale last night and it clicked in my head. And now I'm like, oh yeah, I'm totally going to buy from Sarah, like 4, 5, 6 ornaments, give her a nice big order. It's a really great service. It's a great deal. I'm supporting someone I know. I'm supporting an independent designer, an independent artist. I'm not going to Vistaprint. I'm not going to Printful. I'm not Staples. I'm not going to like a non-personal company, which there's nothing wrong with that, of course. But it's just so great that what we have here is access to people who we, get to know, and we can place those orders with them. And so, yeah, so Sarah of Who Knew Mercantile, I believe her profile, I'm going to put it in the chat, guys. Her chat or her handle is Sarah WKMERC, but I'm going to put it in here so that if you guys are interested, you can message her. That is a great idea. Jewelry spoons, absolutely. Because if you're using, it's like if you're using jewelry, I would say it's an automatic yes, because you're using jewelry. Elsie, I think that's a great idea. Elsie, have we made a listing about your spoon sets yet? I challenge you. I know you were so busy, but I challenge you. And then also what I was telling Sarah yesterday over Messenger, and I don't think it's that you guys don't want to use the chats. I think it's that everyone here is so mindful and considerate, but the chats are designed for you guys to self-promote. So if you do have a service like that, I would suggest, especially right now, like every day, just reminding people, tagging your favorite customers or sending a nice DM. There's nothing wrong with like, hey, Debbie, sorry, there's something on my snowsuit here. I don't know what happened. I make, beautiful spoon sets with jewelry beads. I'm taking orders until December 27th. Blah, 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 blah. All you have to do is blah, 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 blah. No pressure. I just wanted you to know in case this would be of interest to you. The most important part of sales is asking for the sale. And I think that that's something that it's not natural to a lot of us. And so live sales do challenge us because we are communicating and asking for the sale versus just listing. Listing is asking for the sale, but there's so many more steps to actually asking for the sale. And so I hope that you guys feel encouraged by what I'm sharing, because it's a positive thing to ask for the sale. It's a service that you're offering. And of course, the most important thing is that you're just graceful about it, that you're like, hey, no pressure. Like, I just wanted you to know, because this might really be awesome for you. And if that person really thinks it's awesome for them, they'll be very grateful to you for reaching out to them. So anyway, I'm going to get off my little rant, but we definitely want to be able to support you guys in becoming better salespeople, and for our customers to feel more connected to our sellers, so that this really becomes, a more personal vintage jewelry addicts community. So let's talk about our new seller spotlight. Okay, we have a lot to get to. The second Wednesday and the second Thursday of every month, we spotlight new sellers who have recently joined Vintage Jewelry Addicts, or maybe rejoined because they joined a few months ago and then their account was deactivated. And so we have a number, pardon me, guys, a number of new sellers who will be joining us starting at 6 p.m. tonight through, I believe, like 10 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. I'm going to post, well, Jamie's already posted the flyer. I will repost it at some point today. And if you're on our newsletter, you will get a newsletter blast for the first live sale of today. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah, it's scheduled at 6 tonight. Yeah, which will be at 6 p.m. tonight. But the New Seller Spotlight is really great because we have the chance to, know who is new, know who might be new to live selling, just who might want, just some sort of support, encouragement, because it can be really lonely when you first go live and you don't have any customers, you don't have anyone who you think is going to even show up, or you just don't know people, and people are you're just like, I don't know what to say. So I really love this, and it's been very successful thus far. So tonight at 6, we have Nobody's Child Vintage kicking us off. At 7, we have Ladybug TV, which I love. At 8, we actually have Sarah of Who Knew Mercantile. So Sarah didn't get a chance to do the New Seller Spotlight last time, so she's doing it tonight, even though she's gone live numerous times. So she's more like a veteran of live selling, but she's still a new seller. But she'll be live at 8. And then we do have a spot open at 9. So if there's anyone here who's a new seller who wants to go live tonight at 9 p.m., there is an open slot. Message me. 10 p.m. pre-loved Lux 83 at 10 p.m. Tomorrow at 5 p.m., we have Shayna Hordos. At 6 p.m., we have Thrifty Mandy and Boys. At 7 p.m., we have Unique Around the Corner. Such a cute name. At 8 p.m., we have Bead Goddess. 9 p.m. is open, so that is another open slot for anyone who's interested. And 10 p.m. we have 512 Vintage. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is amazing. 9 new live sellers scheduled to partake in this month's, our final of the year, new live seller spotlight here in Vintage Jewelry Addicts. What we did is we created a chat about this because we were finding it was really hard to message everyone individually. Unfortunately, the message inbox for district, it's hard to stay organized. Like, you can't make folders, you can't search. So if you guys are on desktop, you can find the new seller chat. Right here, new live seller spotlight train discussion. And anyone who is a live seller who's been approved has access to this. But we have designed it so that our new live sellers can actually chat here. So that is just a heads up. So if anyone here is a new live seller and they want to participate, you can either comment in that chat, or you can send me or Jamie of Flippin' Vintiques a message. Most new live sellers should have received a message from Jamie at some point, because when you're accepted, you get, a plug and chug, like a copy and paste message from Jamie. But you might not be able to find her message, so you can always just comment in the chats. Okay. Are you guys still with me? I'm sure you're just listening intently. Drinking my coffee here. It is such a rainy day. Like, I wish it were snowing, because I feel like it would really get me in the spirit, but I think it's like 55 degrees, literally, right now. Elsie's here. What's up, Elsie? Where are you in the city right now? I'm assuming you're at home. Oh, and I'm sure you heard all about the man, from Baltimore who committed murder in New York, and then he took the bus at 175th Street. I don't know if you dug into that news yet. I have, because it's so related to New York and Baltimore. But I was like, the George Washington bus station, of course. You can hide out there, at least temporarily. Yes, right down the block. Oh my gosh. Cleaning out the closets. Awesome. Who is doing an end of year cleaning? I think that's like a great poll to take. I have done so many clean outs in the last 2 years because of moving. So I'm pretty good. I feel pretty good. There's a couple of drawers I would like to clean out. Awesome. Okay, guys. So let's move on. Cherie's here. Hey, Cherie. Yeah, so I didn't even see that you were here. It sometimes shows who popped in, but then it doesn't always show who popped in. So something that I do want to mention to you guys that I've said already is that according to district, I don't know when this is happening, so I give it air quotes, mentions in live sales are coming. So what that means is that if Cherie goes live and Cherie has 5 customers that she knows want to know when she's live, while she's live, she can comment on her live with the @ sign. She can type in their username. Their username pops up. She clicks it. It bolds, it highlights, and then it gives them a notification on the app. It says that French Rose Vintage has tagged you on their live. They click that notification and it opens up into the live on district. So fingers crossed that this is very soon, because it will be very helpful for us to directly tag our customers versus tag them before the live sale with the link, which is something I suggest that everyone do. And actually, while I have you guys, I might as well show you. So Cherie, I'm not calling you out from like a negative place. Most people have trouble with this, but Cherie recently, she went above and beyond. I mean, she must have tagged 25 people, but she didn't tag them. She just copied and pasted their handles with the @ sign, which doesn't work. You know that your tagging works when it has bolded and highlighted. Now I'm using desktop, but I'm going to show you guys an example. You use Shift @ and for me, it is just popping up with what looks to be some of the first sellers in Vintage Jewelry Addicts. There's like no rhyme or reason to it. But if I want to tag Cherie, I know that her handle is French Rose Vintage. So I just put in FRE and she did come up. I click it. Now, do you see how it's highlighted? That's how I know that I tagged correctly. And then I press enter. And sorry, Cherie, I'm about to tag you. And this has officially tagged her. And I also know it worked because I can click through to her profile. Some of us think that if we just do this, and I'm just going to put an example here without tagging, right? If we just, oh, well, it's still tagged for me. I guess if you copy and paste, okay. Some of us thought that just doing this, let's see, can I copy and paste? Command C, Command V. Do you guys see the difference? See how this, it's not, that did not tag her. It's not highlighted. It's not bolded. So what I will say is I know it's a, you know what, and you know what word I mean, to go through and push the @ sign and to type out the name and to make sure it's the right person. So, you know, I think the good thing about it is that, you know, we can't tag like 50 people easily. We just want to tag the customers that we think will really want to be tagged. But tagging is important because you are forming a client base. And so going into the live sale announcements and just tagging 5, 7, maybe 8 people that are your clients and tagging them correctly and then putting in that pre-scheduled live sale link is really, really helpful so that they know that you're about to go live. I suggest doing it 20 minutes before your live sale. You could do it the day of too, but people, you know, like forget right away. But then once the mentions happen in the live sale, you'll be able to also tag them in the live sale as well. It's just you'll have to give yourself a few extra minutes to do that. So it's like if your live is scheduled for 8, I would go live at 7:50 and start tagging. There is no way to tag followers. No. The only people that have that, and followers is a Facebook reference. So there's no such thing as an @followers tag on district. There's an @channel tag, but only the admins, which is me and Jamie, can do that. So you have to individually tag, unfortunately. Yeah, you tried. All that matters is you tried, and you're continuing on the journey of like learning how to use the tools, which is part of it. It's most of the battle to live selling is figuring out how to use the tools so that you maximize results and maximize visibility. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. I think that's it about that. What was I going to say? I think that's it. Well, we are doing some training. Okay. So subscribers, and this is an invitation to anyone who's not a subscriber to join. So I'm going to segue into why you should join as a subscriber before January 1st, 2025. But most important is that next Monday, so Monday, December 16th at 7 p.m., we are doing a really great training for tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 subscribers on Zoom. We encourage you to come live. It's always better to attend live because you get the information. If you can't, we'll have a replay for you. But myself, Jamie of Flippin' Mintiques, and Melody of Melody Jones are speaking on different topics and training on different topics. Melody is going to talk about forming a private Facebook group for your customers so that you can tag them there as well. And then you can also promote your district listings. She's going to talk about how she's cultivated like returning customers to her live sales, what she does, what her process is, what her strategy is, maybe hurdles that she's encountered. Jamie's going to talk about shipping, which I am not an expert shipper at all. So Jamie's really going to go through the do's and the don'ts, the good things that we can do, the bad things that we want to avoid doing, especially to avoid damaging jewelry. We're also going to briefly review international shipping with Pirate Ship because you get the best deals. If you do Canadian shipping using Shippo on District, it's much more than if you use Pirate Ship. So we'll show you how to do that and then how to input the tracking into District so everything is clear for your customer. I'm unsure if we can ship to Canada at this moment. I haven't checked. I don't know if there's anyone in the comments who knows what's going on with that. I probably have to check into that because I do have a package for someone in Canada in my showroom right now. I didn't ship it because their postal service was on strike. And then I'm also going to talk about, more tactics to promote your live sales. And also how to use our Facebook community to be promoting your listings. We get marketplace sales every single day. I really think it's because there are some sellers who are on the regular promoting their listings, which of course requires us to create listings. But again, it's another way of asking for the sale, right? Which I went on that rant earlier, but it's one thing to list. It's another thing to actually promote our listings and ask for the sale from a base of customers that might be interested, which we have a 20,000 member Facebook group. So there is a high possibility that someone will see something that you have. Okay, last I checked, it was not available. I will definitely get that info today from a client in Toronto. Make a note because she will know for sure. Okay, so subscribers. I will repost the sign up link because we're hosting this on Zoom. If you don't sign up, totally fine. I'll still be sending out like the actual link to click to open and watch on Monday, but it's good to sign up because you'll get reminders and I'll know approximately how many people actually want to come live. And then if you want to partake in this training, if you want to become a subscriber, 2024 is the year. So we announced our subscriber tiers in August, and we started everything very, very low because, of course, it was the beginning. It's an experiment. We're growing together. But now that we have more solid footing and really know what we're offering and have really created expectations and we have fulfilled our promises with, what you get as a subscriber. For all new subscribers, keyword new, the tier 1, which allows you to sell on the weekends and to get that promotion, it is going up from $5.99 to $9.99. Okay, that's a $4 difference. It's not a big deal. But we do encourage that you join this year because so long as you don't cancel, that will be the $5.99 will be your payment for 2025 and beyond. You basically get grandmothered in. So anyone who is a subscriber now, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, your cost doesn't change. Even if the cost changes in the future, your cost doesn't change so long as you don't cancel. If you decide, hey, I'm going to take a 2-month break and you want to come back, you'll have to sign up under the new price, which is totally, ooh, I got to turn off this coffee. Hold on, guys. I've been forgetting to turn off my coffee and it's like burning. It's burning. It's really bad. So we encourage you guys to sign up as a subscriber now because you will get the best rate. You'll save approximately $48 a year by signing up now, because once it becomes $9.99, that's about $240 a year, which is about $48 more than what it is if you add up the $5.99 per month, which is about $6. So 6 times 12 is like, anyway, I can't do my math, but you guys get it. Yeah, I just did my math wrong. It's $120 a year. Yeah, 120. And then 6 times 12 is what, $96? Something like that. If I'm doing my math right. I always need a calculator for these hard math equations. But what was I going to say? We are changing our subscriber times for when our subscribers can go live in the evening. It's not going to be such a drastic change that people are like losing their marbles. We have discovered that, and it makes complete sense, so I'm almost laughing, but it's like we've discovered what we assumed, which is that most people are shopping at night. And most of our sellers and buyers have pretty busy days, so the evenings are just naturally better for them. And so what we created was a live sale slot, a final live sale slot that was at 9. And I think we're going to push that final live sale slot up to 10. I haven't completely confirmed this, but it basically means that our first live sale will begin around 5:30. Maybe 5, maybe 6. I'm not entirely sure. I have to, well, 6 wouldn't quite work because we still want to make sure we have 4 slots per night. But that's going to be the big change for January. And anyone who is a subscriber who wants to sign up for the evening live sale slots starting this Sunday, I'm not releasing the calendar as early as I have because a lot of our sellers are PST, so they have to wake up at the crack of dawn. So we're going to do it starting at 12 noon EST, which is 9 a.m. PST. But the way that it works is that it's a first come, first serve. There's really no other way to do it until we create some sort of structure that supports that you guys have a regular night spot. But so far, it's worked pretty well with where everyone can get their weekend live sale slots. And so again, with the small price increase, the hope is that if you guys are interested in becoming a subscriber for the weekend, that, you know, you're really committed, you want to be a part of the Vintage Jewelry Addicts live selling elite, and, you know, that you really see that benefit for yourself. But remember, you can sell Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with no fees. There are other marketplaces here on District that do charge you just to sell. And so we hope that by differentiating the week from the weekend, that we're giving everyone an opportunity to get started as a seller, and then they can decide if they want to become a subscriber. Yeah. And then we're gonna announce another tier. I'm not ready to announce it yet, but there will be a tier 4. It will be a very special tier. So right now we have 3 tiers. If you guys go to vintagejewelryaddicts.com, you click subscriptions, it describes each tier. Tier 3 is really cool because you get automatic reduced commission. I don't control that. District controls that. They automatically reduce you so that everything is good on the back end. And then tier 2 comes with the opportunity for education. And overall, we give you guys a lot of hands-on attention. I would say tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, we really try to help all of you guys. So if you want to really commit to growing in a community, that is really what the subscriber, opportunity, that's what that opportunity is really calling forth, is for our most committed live sellers to become a part of it, so that you guys are like, okay, cool, I'm here to win, I'm here to grow, I'm here to connect, I'm here to network, I'm here to sell more vintage jewelry, right? And accessories, because we also sell accessories. I love that. Never heard grandmother did. Yeah. Well, most of us are women. I think most of us go by that gender. So yeah, grandmothered in. I am grandmothered into a few things. Until I left Sprint, I was grandmothered into a really affordable rate, but I left Sprint and my husband pays for my phone bill now. And then I have a Bank of America campus checking account. I opened my Bank of America account in 2004 as a college student, and they have not figured out that I am no longer in college. So I don't pay any fees. I'm grandmothered in. So grandmothered in has its advantages. But anyway, guys, I share all of that because I do think it's beneficial for leaders to really paint a vision and to sort of walk through the logic of things. Also, so that anyone who's choosing to invest, they have an understanding of what the potential is, and they're not necessarily taking just a crop shot. But what I will say is that, you can cancel anytime. You do not have to, be super active. If you want to sign up as a subscriber, it's not forcing you to sell all the time. It's just truly an option. So you could take off for a whole month and not host any weekend live sales and then come back if you want. We are going to also be hosting a January meet and greet. So the goal is that with any subscribers that haven't connected to other subscribers, that by having a nice little wine or tea Zoom where we just kind of chat about maybe obstacles, maybe vent, air out our frustrations, we get to know each other better. Many of us also don't show our faces, which is totally fine, but it will be nice to connect to other people. And so that is something that you guys will also get as subscribers, whether you join now or have already joined or join before we host that meet and greet in January. And there's always more coming down the pipeline, things I can't even predict. But I do encourage, again, anyone who hasn't subscribed, who's been thinking about it, to do it by January 1st. I just sent the official email over to district to change tier 1 to $9.99 starting January 1st. So as long as you sign up before then, you'll be good. You'll be grandmothered in. And then the 15th of every month is when we update or we open up the calendar for the next month so that you guys can choose your dates. And again, we're not going to drop it so early. It's first come, first serve. So I'm going to drop it 12 noon on Sunday, which I have to announce in the chat. We're probably going to change the time a little bit just so that we have some more late night eyeballs, because we really want you guys to succeed. We obviously don't want you to feel like you are in a vacuum, and you just feel like your wheels are spinning. So yeah, thank you, Cherie. Okay, guys. Woo, that was a lot. I wasn't expecting to chat so much. Nope, there's still going to be 90 minutes. At least until that last slot, Debbie, which is the sell as long as you want slot. Yeah. The 1 hour, I feel like it takes some time for people to warm up. I'm sure you agree. Yeah. It's weird. It's like I think, and maybe this is some sort of training. It's almost like some of the buyers want to see everything and then decide later on. So they don't really buy. I mean, I will buy right away, but then there's buyers that come in and they have requests. So all of us have a different strategy. I've noticed that the best strategy is pre-uploading. I know. Having photos so that you can tell to your audience to place pre-bids, all the things, or to ask to see things. That way they don't have to wait for you to kind of scan the table or give highlights. And also, unless you're selling something that's super special, moving quickly seems to be the best. I want to shout out to Amy of South Jersey Mama Shop. She's got great cadence. She moves pretty quickly. And I don't know if that's just because she has a lot of inventory or if that's just how she likes to speak. Some of us, myself included, I love to hear myself talk. I love it, and so I might not get through as many items, but if I do feel like those of us that do like to talk more, if we can move a little bit faster, it helps keep the energy up. But yeah, again, we all have a different strategy, and it's going to be different depending on what type of inventory we're showing. Because if we're showing like a $60 necklace, we're not going to move through it quickly. We might want to talk about history and so she is super organized. It's true. And Melody is a pro at that. Yes. And people drop in and out. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I see it on Whatnot as well. It's like, if you can just get someone's attention, but you don't always know whose attention you're going to get. And that is probably the most frustrating part of live selling when you're reaching an audience of people that might be new to you, is that you're not quite sure how to get their attention. And that's why looking at live selling as like the 80-20 rule of, as I continually add one new customer per live sale, my roster of maybe 2 people that know, like, and trust me will eventually grow to 20. And then I have 20 people to personally reach out to and just say, hey, I'm going to host another live sale again. And if they've already purchased from me, they're satisfied, we've overcome the hurdle of like, am I someone that you trust? I would say out of those 20 people, maybe, 7 will pop into your live sale. And then you've got 7 customers. And then you add another customer from there, blah, 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 blah. So it's a slow build is the point I'm trying to make. But as long as you're always just adding like 1 new customer per live sale and you're trying to keep in touch with them, every live sale moving forward with the right outreach, I see as another opportunity to improve. So return customers are the most important. Nurturing relationships with those customers is what is going to keep you in momentum, essentially. So what was I going to say? I think that's it. Whew. I am on a pedestal of motivation today. Subscribers, I look forward to connecting with many of you on Monday night. A few things. I'm going to remind you guys that December 15th, which is Sunday, 12 noon, new calendar. We're going to have a little bit of a different timing with it, just so that we have more late night visibility. Number 2, Monday, December 16th, we'll have our training. Number 3, January 1st is 0% commission on my side. That's going to be a window of midnight to midnight. And so we invite you guys to go live and have reduced commission as a subscriber. So that's another great reason to join as a subscriber. And if you haven't joined as a tier 1 subscriber, remember, if you join now, your grandmother did $5.99 a month, but on January 1st, it will be $9.99 a month. I'm going to be going over tier 4 a little bit later on, and what tier 4 looks like. It's really going to be designed for the new live seller, not so much someone who's experienced, but I really hope that it helps anyone who's been on the fence about joining, because we definitely don't want you to feel like you've been left out in the cold. And we understand that some people need more personal one-on-one connection, and that's what tier 4 is going to create. Okay, guys, I'm going to jump off. I have 2 markets this weekend. Anyone here who is in the Philadelphia area, I will be selling at the Philly Vintage Flea. I'm actually, I'll put the website in the chat. And I am number 47. And I will have a ton of jewelry, some of which I purchased from Jewelry Addicts, woohoo! As well as clothing, which is my bread and butter with resale. I'm primarily a clothing reseller. And I will also be at my normal Baltimore market on Saturday, but I don't think there's anyone here who's in Baltimore. But if you're in the Philly area, I invite you to attend. It is a ticketed event. It runs 12 to 5 p.m. on December 15th. And it's going to be awesome. And I'm going to be exhausted, but it's going to be awesome. I'm actually renting a Chrysler Pacifica because I am going from one market on Saturday to Philadelphia that night to stay with my father to then vend the next day, and load in the next day is Sunday, 7 a.m. So the Chrysler Pacifica is like double the size of my RAV4. And so I can put more in there and it'll be a lot easier to load. With my RAV4, it is like, it's a clown car. Like I can't even see, I can't use my passenger window. Let's just say that. So that's really dangerous when you're driving 90 minutes and you need to merge into traffic. So yeah, safety first, Cherie, safety first. So I rented a Chrysler Pacifica. If anyone here owns that vehicle, I would love advice, but I'm probably next year going to trade in my 2010 RAV4 for a new vehicle that's larger for in-person events. So I look forward to sharing that journey with you guys. Hi, Ladybug TV. Welcome in. Oh, that's right. You have a town and country van. And you have a 2010. No, you have a 2012. You have a 2012. Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely have to get an older model because I can't afford anything new. And the RAV4, I think the Kelly Blue Book is like no more than 10 on it, probably even a little bit less because I have 122,000 miles on it, but it's works great, honestly. Yeah, so, but yeah, moving on up. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, have a great day. Our new seller promo kicks off again tonight at 6 p.m. If you're on the newsletter, you will get a newsletter at 6 p.m. With the link to join. And to our subscribers, look for my messages in about 15 minutes in the chat with some updates. Looking forward to another great week and weekend. And remember that this is a day you will not get back. So make it a great one. All right. Thank you, Vintage Story.